Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, She-Hulk is returning. There's a rumor at the moment that She-Hulk Season 2 is actually happening. Now, She-Hulk is one of those shows that was immediately divisive. The Chudds hated it. They were never going to give it a chance. They were out for, green blood from, the get-go. But the show did have some issues. It was supposed to be, or was promoted as a comedy, and this is the problem when the marketing promotes something as something. If it doesn't turn out to be that, it's going to be judged based on what it was supposed to be, not what it actually is, which isn't always fair. Now, this show wasn't particularly funny. It was supposed to be a comedy. It failed. If it wasn't supposed to be an outright comedy, if it was just supposed to be an action, superhero show with some humor, then it succeeded. I found the humor to be okay. I mean, I laughed a few times. Like I said, it wasn't a comedy show. I wasn't laughing out loud the whole time. But there were a few moments that I did laugh. I really laughed at one scene and a couple other bits that were just funny. So if you look at it as just a sort of, tongue-in-cheek sort of humorous sort of thing, then I think it was quite successful. And as a show, I enjoyed it. And I think most of the people who hated it either were expecting a comedy and disappointed, or, they just couldn't handle, the fact that this was a female-centric, fight the patriarchy sort of, show, which is what it is. There's no pretending that it isn't. But you don't really have a problem with that if you're not a misogynist. If you don't hate women or are not afraid of women or threatened by anyone sort of, other than a straight white male having any power, or, you're not really going to be bothered by it. You're not going to be triggered by it. So I wasn't triggered. I wasn't bothered. I kind of enjoyed it. But yeah, if you're judging it as a comedy, it was a failure. If you're judging it just as a superhero show with some humor, then it was fine. It wasn't great. It had a few moments that I enjoyed, and Daredevil's walk of shame, and the final episode with the breaking the fourth wall was interesting, but I'm not sure if it worked, but it was certainly daring to do. So yeah, the talk is they're doing season 2, and of course everyone's up in arms and carrying on because, they have to, they've got to get their views in, they've got to get their money from their advertising. They can't be objective, they can't be honest, because they're selling a product themselves. And that's what I hate about YouTube now. It's all about selling products. You can't watch a video without someone doing 2 minutes, literally doing an infomercial for a product during, the podcast or whatever. It's just, it's sad that people like me who like to just talk about stuff and don't have a whole production facility and just do videos like this don't get any traction. No one listens to us anymore because people are just looking for confirmation bias, produced, entertainment shows, as opposed to just real people talking about things. So I just want to do a video talking about this. Sorry for the green screen, but I'm not well. I can't appear on camera. So when I can't do that, I usually just show a picture of me, or if there's a color I can go with, like green for, She-Hulk, or pink for Barbie, I just put up a color screen because I don't know. I got to video something. I can't just be talking. But yeah, so I look forward to the second season because there's a good chance they might actually take things seriously, take some real criticism seriously, and change a few things and make it more enjoyable. Or they might just double down and feel like, they were totally right and any criticism was, chuds and so forth. And most of it was, but some of it wasn't. There were a few things about the show that were a bit meh. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. I can't pretend like I didn't enjoy it during the day, back in the day when I was actually watching it, but I was critical of a few issues, so I'm not going to pretend like it was great or perfect, because some people will do the opposite. Like, there are people who hate a show like this. Like I said, it's very divisive. Some people will hate it for the sake of it, no matter what. Other people, they will, defend it, and they're defending their politics, not the show itself, just like there are people who are attacking it for the politics, not for the show itself. But I'm doing neither, and I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I look forward to it, but mostly because I'm hoping it'll be better, because I think it can be really great. I think they've got a great actress playing She-Hulk, but they would have been better off having another actress playing the actual Hulk version of her. Like, her stand-in is huge. They could have, and she's pretty. They could have just used her, because the CG was the worst part of the show. There are moments it was just so bad, and it just pulled you out of it. And there's a lot of issues with the industry trying to unionize the effects workers and all that. There's a whole other issue and story behind that. But that was one of the real criticisms people had of the show that was valid. And hopefully that's something that could be, handled better in the second season. So looking forward to it. I can't believe I'm still talking after 5 minutes. I'm going to go. Bye.